The bastard isn't here either.
Are we even going the right way? This is Captain Nabatame we're talking about. He knows how we operate. He's probably heading in the opposite direction.
Damn. I hadn't thought about that. Let's keep moving. Wherever he's headed, Captain Nabatame isn't here.
Mama! Papa! Huh? Mama, Papa, help me.
Little girl, what's your name?
Chiyo, I say.
Tell me, Chiyo, do you want to live?
I don't. I don't.
I see. If that is your wish, Chiyo, then
I don't want to die!
All right, Chiyo. I understand. If you truly wish to live, then as the one responsible for all of this, it is my duty to make sure that happens. My name is Kouichirou Nabatame. I am a trader on the run from my kingdom. And from this day onward, Chiyo, you are my daughter.
Oh my, if it isn't Chiyo-chan. Are you done gathering food already?
Almost. Just one more basket and I'll be done.
You really are a good girl. Kouichirou-sama doesn't know how lucky he is to have such a wonderful young girl by his side. Ah, speak of the devil. Good morning, I mean, Nabatame-sama.
Please, be at ease. Just call me Kouichirou like everyone else does.
Understood, Kouichirou-sama. So, are you here to check up on Chiyo-chan?
Don't be silly. Ko is just looking for work that needs to be done.
Oh, is that so? I wouldn't be surprised. Kouichirou-sama just can't sit still, can he?
Not until this village has been restored to its former glory. Unless you'd like to take over for me, of course.
Careful what you say. I might just take you up on that offer. Of course, you'd have to take over weaving clothing for everyone in my place.
Ko? Weaving? That I would like to see.
I retract my offer. But if you need a loom, I might be able to make you one. There are only minor repairs needed on the houses, so as long as we don't take in any new vagrants, I should have enough spare wood.
Oh, Kouichirou-sama, that would be wonderful. You have no idea how much time and effort goes into making a single article of clothing.
Is it really that difficult? I should be done gathering food soon, so if you need help...
No. You don't have to do that, Chiyo-chan. My hands may be old and weary, but as long as they still serve a purpose, I'll be happy. Besides, there's no way I could gather food like you do. Let's each do our part, okay?
Yeah, okay.
You know, Chiyo, even if traditional weaving requires 2 hands, the same cannot be said for looms. Would you like me to make a loom for you as well?
Ko, are you saying that I might possibly be able to weave after all?
I am indeed. Besides, if I'm making one loom, it shouldn't be difficult to make another while I'm at it. What do you say? Do you want to give it a shot?
Absolutely! I definitely want to try it! Kouichirou, you're the best!
I'll remember you said that. Now, let's get back to work. I'm just about to start on the wooden bowls you've been asking for, so make sure to bring back enough to fill them, okay?
Of course! You can count on me! Whoa, those are really, well, I appreciate the effort.
You needn't say a word. I can see how terrible they are.
Oh, don't be like that. They aren't that bad. They just need a little fixing up, that's all. Preferably by someone else.
You said it. The sooner we get more able-bodied men around here, the better.
Cheer up. You know I didn't mean it. You're doing your best, just like everyone else here. And that's all anyone can ask of you.
Thank you, Chiyo. I appreciate that.
My pleasure. Now let's dig in while the fruit is still fresh. Hey, I'm glad you were looking forward to this, but if you're that hungry, just dig in.
Nice work, Chiyo. These taste great.
I was hoping you'd like them. I went deep into the forest for this batch, especially for you.
For me?
That's right. You've been working non-stop lately, so I thought you deserved a little reward.
If you know how hard I've been working, tell those other slackers to get to work. Even children can pick berries, right? And if they took over gathering food, you'd be able to help me out more often.
Ko, don't be like that. Children can't discern between edible berries and poisonous ones, and none of them know the layout of the forest like I do. Just leave the food gathering to me, and if you feel like you need a break, then take one. Don't just watch me eat. You need to keep your energy up too, you know. I'm sorry that's just the same as ever, but you still need to eat.
Don't apologize, Chiyo. You've done nothing wrong. I was just happy to see you enjoying your food so much.
That's no reason to not eat. You're the village leader, not to mention the only able-bodied man here. If you get sick, everyone will suffer.
Okay, I get it. I'll eat too. You know, at times like this, you sound more like my wife than my daughter.
What? It's nothing like that! I just don't want you to get sick, that's all! What's wrong with a daughter caring for her father's health?
Calm down, Chiyo. It was just a joke.
Well, it was in poor taste.
Araki! Put that down! You're just going to hurt yourself. That's a two-person job, even for adults.
Yes, sir, Kouichirou-sama!
Azai, help your brother to keep the frame in place. I want that door fixed before any more bugs make it inside.
Understood, Kouichirou-sama! Like this, Kouichirou-sama?
Yes, just like that. Be mindful that you don't pierce the sheets. One little hole is all it takes for bugs to get in.
How does this look, Kouichirou-sama?
Ah, very good, Azai. That'll do for now. You two should go tell your parents the good news, then report back to me after lunch.
Yes, sir!
There you are, Ko. I was beginning to think you were going to work through lunch.
Me? Miss Lunch? Not a chance. I wouldn't risk invoking your anger again by not eating.
Glad to hear it. So, how are the repairs on the Kihei family home going? Are the boys doing well?
They're enthusiastic enough, but it'll be a while before they're ready to take over for me. Still, it is nice to have some extra hands.
I know what you mean. Kana-chan has been a big help when collecting food and water from the forest.
You two really are getting along, aren't you?
Of course. I've waited a long time for a girl my own age to come along.
Speaking of Kana, do you feel she knows the forest well by now? I was thinking of sending the boys in there to search for lumber, so it would help if she escorted them while you continued gathering food.
Well, I guess, but does that mean the two of us won't be taking any more trips through the forest?
You actually want to walk through the forest with me? When I first came here, the last thing you wanted was to be alone with me, especially in the forest.
That was a long time ago! Your former allies killed my family, and you expected me to just go along with you? Of course I didn't want to go.
Yeah, when you put it like that, I can't really blame you. But I'm happy to hear that your mistrust is in the past. It really is easier to navigate through the forest with your help.
Of course it is. You should know by now how reliable I am. But that still doesn't answer my question.
Right. Our walks through the forest. If you want to go with me that badly, I suppose we could put Kana on food gathering duty and have her brothers help her out.
It's not that I want to go with you or anything. I just thought it would be nice.
Whoa, this place is huge! Do you really come here every day, Nessan? Hey look, there's a path carved through the bush. Azai, I'll race you to the big tree over there. You're on!
Hey, hold on a minute. Don't go running off on your own. Jeez, why don't you two ever listen to me?
That didn't take long.
You know how those two are. They may listen to you intently, but their sister is another matter altogether.
I guess that's just how children are.
Do you have any siblings, Ko? I know it's a bit late to be asking now, but you're always reluctant to talk about your past, so...
It's alright. It's just my old work that I don't like to talk about. And no, I don't have any siblings. But I did have a couple of childhood friends, and they both had siblings, so I know what it's like.
That must have been nice. As you already know, I was an only child, and there weren't any other kids around my age either. So even if Kana and her family had come along before our village was set alight, I'm sure we still would have wound up becoming friends. Though, I suppose it's for the best that they came afterwards, isn't it?
Yes, you're right.
So what were your childhood friends like? Were they good people? Did you remain friends with them when you grew up?
Oh, my friends. It's a bit complicated.
Is that so? Let me guess. One of them was a girl and the other was a boy?
You're right, but it's not what you think. Haru, she... A while after she found out what Ito and I had been doing for a living, she... took her own life.
I see. I'm sorry, Ko. I didn't mean to.
It's fine. There's no way you could have known that.
Yeah, but...
Forget about it, alright? Let's go find some lumber before the kids finish up doing their rounds.
Okay.
You're never gonna catch me, Netchan! Oops, almost. You need to work on your leg strength, Netchan.
Hold still, you brats! Can you ever just listen to your sister? I'm trying to teach you something important!
Whatever, we're working men now. We leave the food gathering to the women. Right. We fix the house, so you go get the food. That's how society works.
You brats! Fine! Run through some poison ivy for all I care! Good luck getting out of this forest on your own!
Netchan? Did Netchan just abandon us?
Those three sure do get along well.
You can say that again. They're like that every day. Yet they always make up in the end.
Indeed, they're just like how we used to be. I try to help you or ask you a question, and you just brush me off.
Well, excuse me for not trusting a complete stranger. Besides, you were far from perfect yourself. I told you time and time again not to follow me, and whenever you did, you wound up getting lost in the forest.
Hey! I was just looking out for you.
If you say so. At any rate, you seem to have learned your lesson, given that you asked me to be your guide.
Why wouldn't I? Nobody in Hotsu village knows this forest like you do. So, Elder Spirit of the Forest, where do you think one might find lumber suitable for repairing houses?
Right this way, befuddled traveler. Okay, this ought to do it. What do you think? Did I come through or what?
You sure did. As expected of my wonderful daughter.
You're never going to give this whole father-daughter thing a rest, are you? Like I told you from the beginning, we're far too close in age to be parent and child. Nobody in the village believes it anyway. Why do you even bother saying it?
I know it's not believable. That isn't the point. Chiyo, what do you suppose the other villagers would think if we weren't parent and child?
Exactly what they think of us now, right?
Are you sure about that? A young man and woman not related by blood living together, calling one another by their first names without honorifics. Do I really need to spell it out for you?
I still don't get it. You don't use honorifics with anyone, do you? And so what if we live together and aren't related by blood? That doesn't mean... Wait a minute! You don't mean... You must be joking! Who would marry a worthless samurai like you?
Come now, there's no need to get defensive.
Who's being defensive? I'm just setting the facts straight.
Calm down, Chiyo. I have no intention of getting married again. Anyway, I hope that answers your question.
I guess. Though, it still doesn't explain why we're father and daughter, and not siblings.
That's because we look so different, you know? When people point out our dissimilar appearances, I can say you take after your mother.
Is that right? Well, I guess it doesn't matter. It's too late to change our story now anyway. Now let's get moving. You get the boys to help you with the lumber, and I'll go look for Kana-chan.
Whatever you say, Chiyo.
I think I've got it. Careful with that! You don't want to lose a finger! Relax, I'm fine. It's just like Papa showed us. Done! My trap is complete!
Well done, Azai. Now place the bait in the trap and move on to the next one.
Yes, sir, Kouichirou-sama! Kouichirou-sama? I think I made mine a little too big.
That's an understatement. That trap is far too big for catching rabbits. But you might as well set it up anyway. Who knows? You might even catch a bear.
A bear? Are there really bears in here, Kouichirou-sama?
Of course not. There's nothing that dangerous around here.
Oh, Chiyo. I didn't expect to see you here. Done already?
Not yet. I just thought I'd see how you boys were going. But from the look of it, you three still have a lot of work to do.
How harsh. We only just started, you know.
We'd be further along if Araki followed Papa's instructions. Hey! It's not my fault he can't explain anything properly. His explanation was fine. It's your brain that needs fixing. Come here!
That didn't take much. Boys really are violent thugs, aren't they?
If you want someone to agree with you, Chiyo, you should really be saying that to Kana. Besides, there's no harm in a little roughhousing.
Even when they're this close to the traps they just made?
Boys, stop that this instant!
Sorry, Kouichirou-sama. Yeah, we're sorry.
Look, if you two want to play, that's fine. But do it away from the traps you just set.
Whoa! You're right! Understood, Kouichirou-sama!
I'm going back to gathering food. You three have fun.
Alright, you two, back to work! And make sure to keep track of every trap you set. Chiyo, your sister, and I all need to know exactly what to look out for. Got it?
Understood! Yes, sir! Kouichirou-sama!
Okay, 1 bowl of nutritious goodies, as requested.
Why is that rabbit food on the table? We should still have some meat left over from last night, shouldn't we?
Ko, you know you can't eat meat every meal of the day, and you can't skip meals either. If you don't want your breakfast, I'm not cooking what you catch today.
Hey now, let's not go crazy here. I'm eating, alright? Just watch me.
Fine, as long as you eat what I prepare for you. Oh, but speaking of meat, have you thought about doing some fishing? I followed the river a bit further upstream yesterday, and it looks like it leads to an underground spring. There were koi swimming around. Can you believe that? I always thought it was strange for trees to flourish in the middle of nowhere like this, but if that spring leads to the ocean, then maybe...
Kouichirou-sama! Kouichirou-sama! Are you there? Kana-chan?
I'm here. What's wrong?
Kouichirou-sama, you're samurai, right? Please, bring your sword and follow me. There he is!
Well, well, what have we here?
Captain Nabatame? Sir! Is that really you?
I may not be the captain of the Kodokushi anymore, but I am indeed Kouichirou Nabatame. State your name and business.
Oh, yes, sir. My apologies. My name is Reise Sadayori, and I'm here on official business from the Mirai Kingdom. Nabatame-sama, we received a report from a foreign trader that there was an undocumented village here, next to a forest full of life. I was sent to verify the claims and...
Slow down. Who do you mean by we exactly? Who sent you?
Well, it was indirect, but I suppose you could say it was the Kodokushi, sir. Sir? I don't mean to speak out of turn, but my leg...
Alright, I understand. I will help you, but you have to do something for me too.
Yes, of course, sir. It would be an honor.
I'm glad you feel that way. First, you're going to hand me your katana and wakizashi. I can't have you wandering around here while you're carrying weapons. Second, you're going to report to the Kodokushi that you found a burned down, uninhabited village next to the forest, and that the forest itself contains nothing of value. Do you understand?
Yes, sir. I understand.
What is it, Kana?
No, it's nothing important. I just... Are we really going to help him?
Why wouldn't we? You heard him. That man is a scout. He isn't here to harm us.
I know that, but... there you two are. Jeez, Kana-chan, you really surprised me there. I knew Ko was fast, but I never expected that kind of agility from you. I guess it's because I'm always chasing after my little brothers. Kana-chan, what's going on? Why did you need Ko? And...
I'll explain later. Kana, get a bucket and fill it with water. Chiyo, grab enough cloth to bind a person's leg many times over. Make it quick and meet me back here when you're done.
Is it really alright to just let him go like that? Kana-chan told me about your deal, but even so, how do you know he will honor it?
The simple answer is I don't. Reize might tell the Kodokushi the truth the second he returns, sparking a manhunt akin to my escape from last year.
If you know that, then how could you let him go? You're supposed to be this village's leader. How can you knowingly endanger everyone like that?
Chiyo, what do you think would happen if I killed Reize?
What do I think?
Yes, if I killed that scout, what difference do you think it would have made?
Isn't it obvious? That samurai wouldn't be able to report that he found you. Or a village. We'd be safe.
Chiyo, when a scout goes missing, they aren't simply forgotten. If you sent Kana into the forest and she never came back, where is the first place you would look for her?
In the forest.
Exactly. That isn't to say that you were wrong, Chiyo. Reize may indeed tell the Kodokushi where I am. But this way, there's still a chance that he'll honor our deal, and that's far better than guaranteed destruction at the hands of his comrades.
I see. So even if the odds aren't in our favor, at least this way there's still a glimmer of hope.
Correct, but there's more to it than that. I know it may not seem like much considering what's on the line, but even so. Life is precious, Chiyo, and preserving life is something you should never feel bad about.
Still nothing. I know I should feel relieved by the lack of action, but no matter how much time we spend up here, I can't help but feel anxious.
That is nothing to be ashamed of. Anxiety keeps you alert, For someone who is potentially being hunted, it could mean the difference between life and death.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Was it like this for you when you were working for them? I know you don't like to talk about it, but right now
I know. At this moment, I don't have the freedom to keep secret any information pertaining to the Kodokushi. Truthfully, I can't say I ever felt that kind of anxiety. Rather, I was excited by the thought that a strong opponent might seek me out. The only part of my job that made me feel like you do now was preparing for situations just like this. Wrecking villages, slaying innocent people, torching corpses. Whenever we came across a village like this, I feared the worst, praying that my assignment wouldn't end in such a manner. But no matter how much I wished for a peaceful resolution, my fears always proved to be justified. Even if we didn't slaughter the entire village, our presence still ruined the lives of those we found. We took in slaves, stole horses, depleted the villagers' food supplies. As soon as we stepped outside of Mirai, we became villains. We would usually strike at our whim, but if we had reason to believe that the village contained combatants, our strategy differed. First, we would send a scout, unarmed, into the village. They would pretend to be a traveler or merchant and gather information for us. Next, we'd use that information to enter the village discreetly, avoiding any watched areas of the village, usually at daybreak. Finally, we'd start by setting alight the houses of the strongest members of the village, then proceed to slaughter everyone indiscriminately.
I see. So that's why you don't like to talk about your old job.
Yes, that was my old life. Please, whatever you think of me right now, keep it to yourself until this time of desperation has passed. If we're to be attacked.
Yeah, I understand. I'll tell the others about the Kodokushi's tactics, but the rest, I'll leave out. Here.
Thank you, Chiyo. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Good morning, Kouichirou-sama! Kouichirou-sama! There you are!
Good morning, boys. You're up early. What brings you out here?
Kouichirou-sama, Aza and I... Kouichirou-sama, please train us!
Train you?
Please, Kouichirou-sama! Right! Please train us!
You two want me to train you?
Yes! Please, teach us how to use a sword! You still have those two blades you took from that other samurai, right? Please, let us wield them! We want to help protect the village. Please, help us to protect our family.
Boys, I'm glad that you want to help, but the Kodokushi could be here any day now. Those men have trained for years, some even decades. Learning basic sword skills won't help you.
But Kouichirou-sama...
No buts. If you try to fight those men, you're going to get yourselves killed. Do you understand that? They will not take pity on you because you're children. They will slaughter you with ease and without hesitation. I understand that you want to protect your family, but you can't do that if you're dead. If you truly wish to protect your family, then go with them. Stay by their sides and see to it that they escape with their lives.
Understood, Kouichirou-sama.
About time you got back, Ko. You reek of sweat.
Yes, it is rather hot out there. It's easy enough to work up a sweat even without moving, let alone while swinging a blade around.
Is that right?
Did something happen, Chiyo? Or is this still about what I told you the other day?
Don't jump to conclusions. Not everything is about you, Ko. Maybe you should think less about yourself and more about those around you.
Others around me. Are you talking about yourself? I've been giving you space because I thought that was what you wanted. If not, all you had to do was...
I'm talking about Kana's little brothers. I don't know what you said to them, but those boys have been depressed and crying all morning. Now Kana's angry at me because of something you said. Just what did you say to those boys exactly? What did you do to screw up their lives?
Hey now, calm down. There's no need to get upset. The boys wanted me to show them how to use a sword, and I refuse. That's all. Perhaps I could have been nicer about it, but I still feel that my decision was warranted.
Warranted or not, you've just made the entire Kihei family hate you. You need to apologize to those boys right now.
You want me to apologize? I told those boys not to throw their lives away. How is that something to apologize for?
I don't care who's in the wrong, just apologize to them. You're the adult here, so act like one. Tell those boys that you're sorry so we can all be friends again.
Friends, don't make me laugh. Not one person in this village considers me a friend. You all call out, Kouichirou-sama, Kouichirou-sama, when you need something. Yet the second real conflict arrives, nobody wants anything to do with me. But that's fine by me. I don't need to be loved, or even liked. I will continue to do what I think is right.
Are you even listening to yourself? Just how self-centered can you be? This isn't about you. It's about doing what's best for everyone. We should be preparing for the worst right now. Instead, everyone's too busy getting mad about nothing. So swallow your pride, apologize, and do your duty as a village leader.
That's exactly what I was doing. What kind of village leader would tell children to join the front lines or give them weapons? I was protecting you all, just as I always have.
Damn it, Ko. At some point, you need to realize that sheltering people isn't the same as protecting them. You should be telling those boys what they can do to help, not just shooting them down.
Chiyo, please stop acting like you know everything. I did tell those boys how they could help. I told them to stay with their family and to escape together. Tell me, How is that wrong?
That's not wrong, but...
But nothing. I have not erred here, and I will not stand beside children and watch them get slaughtered. Chiyo, I appreciate that you want everyone to get along, but it's not always that simple. Sometimes, people simply cannot see eye to eye, no matter what. I turned those boys down knowing that they might hate me for doing so. But if that's what it takes to keep them alive, then I regret nothing.
I still can't agree with you deciding everything for them. Even if they lose their lives doing so, those boys have a right to decide if they want to fight or not.
Now you're just trying to best me. You don't believe a word you just said, do you?
I do so!
No, you don't. You've realized that you were in the wrong, and now you're trying to cover up your mistake. You should realize by now that Father knows best.
You're wrong! It's not like that! I was just sticking up for those boys, that's all!
It's okay, Chiyo. I accept your apology. Though if you really want to apologize, know that the quickest way to a man's heart is through his stomach.
So that's what you were after. Fine. If preparing your lunch is what it takes to put this conversation behind us, then I'm ready whenever you are. Let us go for a little trip into the forest, shall we?
Now that's more. Wait a second. Us?
I'll grab the food. You need a bath. I wasn't kidding about you reeking of sweat, Ko.
Okay, a quick bath, lunch, and then back to training. Today might not be a total waste after all.
Okay, we're almost at the river. You remember the way from here, don't you?
I do indeed. Thank you for guiding me this far.
My pleasure. I'll be close by, so just call out when you're done.
Will do. Don't stick too close by, though. I'm actually quite shy, you know?
Of course. I'll make sure to...
Wait, what was that?
Don't be ashamed. I know you've peeped on me while I was bathing before. But you're too old to bathe with Papa, so please refrain from doing so.
Are you insane? I never tried to peep on you! If anything, you were the one trying to peep on me!
That's not how I remember it.
Obviously, your memory is deteriorating in your old age, you perverted geezer.
Ouch. Who are you calling an old geezer? I'm only 24, you know.
Then act your age. Shut your mouth and wash the sweat from your body. call for me when you're done, and you better be fully clothed.
Chiyo-chan, I'm out of the bath now.
Ko? What's wrong? Did you slip and hit your head?
Oh, don't be like that. I was just calling out to my precious daughter.
With honorifics and an infantile tone?
Well, you always used to complain when I just called you Chiyo, and my voice is...
Don't explain. Just act like your usual creepy self.
Alright. Creepy Ko it is. So, scrounge up something interesting for lunch?
Interesting might not be the word for it, but you'll definitely be able to eat your fill. I've got persimmons, apples, pears, you name it.
That's quite the haul. You really worked hard for Papa's sake.
Who said this was for your sake? I'm not going to start starving myself. Besides, I wanted to make sure we had enough for dinner too. So it's not like I gathered more than usual.
Okay, I understand. Let's head back to the village and eat together. I'm famished.
Me too. I haven't been foraging as much these past few days, so I could really use a sizable meal. And maybe after we eat, you can... apologize?
Very subtle, Chiyo. But don't worry. While I won't take back what I said, I will apologize for the manner in which I spoke. I want to get along with everyone just as much as you do.
I knew you'd come around! Make sure to tell me when you go to apologize. I want to see Ko on his hands and knees, begging for forgiveness.
I'm not that sorry.
Ko, are you feeling alright? You've been quiet for a while now.
Honestly, I'm not sure. Chiyo, does something feel off to you?
Off? What do you mean?
I don't know. I suppose it's a sense of impending danger. Samurai are trained to sleep with one eye open, figuratively speaking. We have a keen sense for when something is awry.
Are you sure you aren't just being paranoid? There's no danger around here. We all...
Chiyo, go back to the forest. Do not come out until I say so. Chiyo, back in the forest, now!
What? This can't be happening. Not again. I can't.
Chiyo, listen to me!
I can't. I can't. I can't watch this happen again! Kouichirou! Help!
Oh, look at who we have here. I heard you were seeking refuge in this village, but I never thought I'd actually find you.
Ito.
So you do remember me after all. It's been so long that I feared you may have forgotten me. Thankfully, that appears not to be the case. You don't want the last remaining citizen of this village to be beheaded, do you? Or could it be that you've finally taken a liking to killing children? Just kidding! I know you aren't like that. That's why you quit in the first place, right? Because you didn't have the stones for it anymore? Such a shame. You always possessed so much skill, yet never properly applied yourself to your job. Not that I'm complaining. Your betrayal just gave me one more chance to show everyone that I am your superior. What's wrong, Ko? So scared you can't talk? How embarrassing! The former captain of the Kotokushi has been reduced to a simple villager. Is this why you left Mirai? So you could live among other weaklings like yourself and...
Stop listening to him, Ko! You aren't a weakling! You're the strongest person I've ever known! But strength is meaningless if you don't use it! You said you would protect us, right? Then stop listening to him and do something, Ko!
You may not have forgotten about me, but it does sound like you've already gotten over Haruka. It hasn't even been a year and a half, yet you've already moved on from the death of your wife?
Ko, please! Don't just stand there! Please! I already told you! I don't want to die!
Haruka must be turning in her grave, watching her husband screw a little girl every night. Is it true that younger is better? I've always wondered, but never actually gotten around to seeing for myself.
Why aren't you doing anything? Please, Kouichirou, do something!
How does this go compared to Haruka? When the lights go out, do you pretend she's still with you?
Kouichirou!
Silence.
Ko?
Ito. Did you really think that a surprise attack and a hostage would be enough to take me out? How foolish. What was it that you called yourself before? My superior? Ridiculous. Surely you do not believe that. I don't care how long it's been. I have always been without equal. You were just too arrogant to accept it. You should have just left me here to live out my days in peace. Now prepare yourself.
No. No, you wouldn't. You wouldn't kill me. I'm your best friend. Your only friend. Please, just... I'll leave, okay? I'll go back to Mirai and tell them you died in battle.
How pathetic. Where did your confidence from a moment ago disappear to, Ito? You brazenly insulted me, mocked Haru's death, insinuated that I would defile a young girl, and now you suddenly beg for forgiveness? Burn in hell, my best friend.
Wait a minute!
What is it, Chiyo? Can't you see that I'm in the middle of something?
You shouldn't... You shouldn't kill your friend.
Are you insane?
Listen to the girl, Ko! You don't want to do this!
Chiyo, this man just slaughtered our entire village. The day when we met, he did the exact same thing. He may very well be the man who killed your parents. Give me one good reason why I shouldn't end his very existence.
It's just like my father once told me. Life is precious, Chiyo, and preserving life is something you should never feel bad about. Come on, Ko. There's no time to waste. It may be too late to save the villagers, but we can at least stop the fire.
Yes, I suppose you're right. I don't know how much of the village we'll be able to save, but let's do what we can. And when we're done, we shall rebuild our lives once more. I'm still not sure about this. Will they really take us in? I've never been this far away from Mirai before.
Quit worrying, Ko. This isn't the Mirai Kingdom we're talking about. Not everyone settles disputes with swords, you know.
Be that as it may, we have no way of knowing whether we'll be accepted or not. What will we do if they turn us away?
They won't turn us away. Even Hatsu occasionally traded with other villages. If we tell them that Mirai wiped out our village, they'll definitely take us in. Just don't tell them that you were the captain of the Kotokushi, okay?
Of course. Even I wouldn't say something that tactless. Worry not. When we arrive, I'll tell them who I am, not who I once was. I am Kouichirou Nabatame, a wandering samurai hunted by the Mirai Kingdom, who seeks nothing more than refuge for his beloved daughter.